To all my haters, thanks for watching. AKAPADers, get ready for a exciting video. I'm going to be responding to comments line by line from my GemMintCollectible ranked video. That's right, I'm anti-Omnibuy, Omnibus. They hurt comic shops, they hurt the marketplace. Let's get into it. Alright, kids, let's just go. Peter A. DeLuca here, aka Pad69. I got my laptop right here. I'm going to put up the comment, I'm going to read it to you, and I'm going to give you the quick response. Now, given some of these comments I will be responding to also in the typey, I hope a lot of you that left these comments see this video. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to wait a little bit to get to some of these responses, because guess what? I feel like it's constructive. I feel like we have a conversation going here, and I feel like we're upon uncharted territory when it comes to the exact nature of the comic book retail experience. With that said, James Campbell 2891. Now, I'm not going to make cracks on what people type. You know, some people have fat fingers, some people are emotional when they type, some people are not thinking when they type, some people are thinking a little bit too much when they type. We're not going to make any comments on grammar, tone, or overall attitude of these comments, because comments make everything better. They make the world go round. And you're paying a lot for these key issues. So if you're paying, he means paying. If you're paying a lot for these key issues, you're not going to want to pull them out and keep reading them. That is why you get trades or Omnibuy. Yes, no one is saying not to get trades. We're saying forcing people to spend $100+ to enter into a storyline with $100+ Omnibuy and not breaking that story up in multiple trades. That's controlling too much of the money. Now, think about it. You already know about that. Like Micronauts Omnibuy. You already know about Micronauts. You're already preconditioned to spend that $100. But imagine someone that doesn't know about Micronauts. Well, hey, here's a $20 trade. Get started here. That is what the Omnibuy removes from comic shops. And all the effort goes into Omnibuy and not into a trade series. Big distinction. Next comment. I still love to buy back issues, as I really haven't enjoyed any of the new stuff. Blah, 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 blah. However, I love the Omnibuy option for the expensive or hard to find issues and stories, as they actually end up costing less. Yes, exactly. No one is saying that books should not be reprinted and available. But again, we want to transfer the $100+ must sale to a convinced diehard into something more affordable, so we can promote what we like to our friends and family and whoever else, or a chick we're banging. Say, hey honey, read this, $20. I bought this for you. Not, hey, let's all invest all our time and efforts into a $100 Omnibuy. No. Can't blame one person for comic shops failing. I'm not. Okay, I am long in these videos in saying that the collapse of the American comic book industry is an economic bullet point, meaning multiple factors have an outcome. This is one of the factors. This is also one of the outcomes. There's many things that contribute to a downward spiral, a collapse, or a skid. Now, it was skidding, the comic book industry was skidding 10, 15 years ago. Now it's collapsing. Alright, let's get into I own precisely one Captain Britain. Good for you. Wall warmth. Modern readers. Here we go. This is what Ketchaman, 1696. Modern readers don't want to do the work. If the story isn't accessible in their ideal format, they won't read it. They don't want to jump back and forth to figure things out for themselves. This is why manga is popular. No. Let me address that point. No, we have $1 million YouTube industry. Comics Explain, Comics Pop. They will bring you up to speed and explain. Comic Historian, right? Now, all of these channels, too, are also destructive and disruptive. That's an upcoming subject for a different video series. But there's no such thing as the lost reader anymore. See, imagine someone, they watch a Comics Explained video, and they're like, holy crap, Venom, like, kind of becomes a god. Wow, that's interesting. Let me go to my local comic shop. Oh my god, there's no Venom trades about this storyline, but they have a Venom Omnibuy for $150. People, no. Manga is a different reader type. I'll be perfectly honest with you, and this comes, personal anecdote. The people who buy manga and read those long volumes, they don't cross over. They just read and buy manga. It's a different mental model. It's a different mindset. It is not the American comic book reader. Let's continue. I assume most comic shops rarely have people actually omnibuy unless... Wait. I assume most comic shops rarely have people actually omnibuy unless it's a super OOP one, out of print one. The omnibuy buyer base is not the regular comic book buying base. I would say yes and no. I would say that the casual, spontaneous comic book reader has left the comic book shop, and the only readers that exist are lawyers, doctors, locals, people that have the disposable income to dump into a comic book shop every single Wednesday. But these are also the readers that have the money to buy an omnibuy. So yes, so Omnibuy does not invite new readers, new comic book shop content or comic book shop issues, or the industry as a whole does not favor new readers. So it's two real good bullet points there for the collapse. Now let's see here. I don't think GemMint is really much of a comic guy. From Urban Beast Plays. He's a statue guy and also dabbles in comics. That's really... let's have a look at his comic book wall. His association with Comic Tom probably helps with this. If he wasn't buying Omnibuy, he probably wouldn't be picking up the floppies. No, because GemMint on his channel has reviewed floppies. I believe he used to do a weekly floppy drop with his recommendations. I'm not sure if he does that much anymore. Okay. We have Marcus465, which is you're one of my boys. We're just going to skip you. G-Man 0. I think it depends on the person. I'm not into collecting floppies on a weekly basis. It's definitely cheaper. But it's a tedious process. I prefer to have the whole story all at once. Right. Okay, but if it's a story you never heard of, something you might be curious about, asking you, Mr. Zero, I'm going to put your picture up. You, Mr. Zero, will you invest over $100 to enter into a story that you're not 1,000% familiar with? A story that you already know you like. The answer would be, if you like the story, it's like the Beatles. How many different ways can we buy the Beatles? Vinyl, CD, records, whatever, DVD, streaming. It's the Beatles. So you're going to get into that exchange already liking the material. Comic books really don't work like that unless you're one of the diehards. That's why these Omnibuy have such a little print runs. Think about that. Alright, so yeah. So he's, G-Man here saying a lot of what others have said. Now here we go. This one got a 100% response. Fishing for Bass 2002. This is a horrible take. Here we go. First off, omnibuses can easily be found for $34. Yes, exactly. That's the point. Think of a comic book retailer. You need a higher percentage per product sold to make your bank. Omnibuses are sold by big houses. big warehouses that can buy huge chunks of the print run, like hardcover discount.com, sites like this, or whatever site out there, they're able to have a different economy of scale with their products sold, meaning they're higher volume because they're on the internet. They have different types of overhead because they're a different business model, and they can make smaller margins. Amazon operates on efficiency and small margins if you want to extrapolate that to Amazon. Asking your local comic book shop to buy an Omnibuy at 50% off and offer it for 30% off, giving him or her 20%, is not a big enough nut for local comic shops. We make this point repeatedly. I don't get how you can complain about people spending too much money on it when it would be cheaper to buy an Omnibuy than it would be to buy those issues. No one is saying you can't have collected storylines. We're saying the nature of the product to collect said storylines needs to change and roll back to the older methods, which is a trade series or a hardcover series, period. Collecting everything in giant, incalculable, too expensive, too heavy, technically unreadable volumes kills everything. It does. I mean, how many of you that own Omnibuy lent one out to someone? I would love to see that in the comments. You guys are full of it. But here we go. They have trade paperbacks. Yes, we know that. You can get for 10 to, trades are 20 and up anymore. I know I say 20, but they're 20 and up. Why would you think spending time having to look up reading orders? Okay, somewhat missed my point. That could be on me. That could be on the video. Let's see. I'm gonna buy. This is from UXM for Life 94. For life. I'm gonna buy collecting is for back issues which most big comic chains don't deal with. Not true. I have 2 local LCSs in Philadelphia, PA. Actually 3. All within 1 mile or 1.5 mile walking distance, so that would be roughly between 30 to 45 minute walking time. They all have back issues. I get it. Some comic shops don't. The comic shops that I spent time in, the one I used to manage, was new comics only, and then it was like t-shirts, collectibles, and everything else. Trading cards, Magic, Pokemon, the list goes on. But yeah, I don't know. I would say here, just between New York, New Jersey, Delaware, very healthy back issue marketplace. So maybe it's a little different from you and where you're coming from. With Big 2, appalling quality. Contempt for continuity, hiring hacks. Yes, I completely agree with the back end of this comment for life. Alright, here we go. Same Guthrie, 1977. Omnibuys are like key issues. Granted, some classic runs generally deserve an Omnibuy treatment, but most don't. Also true. Given long enough timeline, the market will sort this out. Hopefully, yeah. I mean, I believe that. Also, too, just in my reach, the Omnibuys are always available at discount booksellers. For example, Philadelphia, 1.5 million people, Center City. My local Barnes & Noble doesn't carry any Omnibuy. 0. They want that walk-in, trade paperback money, but they don't want the Omnibuy money, which is odd because in their art section, they'll have like a $150 Tom Ford book or Coco Chanel book or Chanel or Louis Vuitton. It's funny, some markets can dictate a retail $100 sale, but comic books cannot. Let's see here. Omnibus, single issue good for collecting. TV trade paper. This is from oh no, something cats. TPBs with a single full story arc is still the most method for delivery. Because okay, yeah. Here we go. This is Lansky 520. The omnibuses are short and full of stories. you would have had with the individual issues. I'm gonna buy this as bookends for collections, or as the things right. So this guy buys them just to have them around. No, I would like to see his library. I do not collect comics. Yeah, we got a lot here. I'm just trying to hit some of the ones that stood out to me. This guy here, bravo to JB Brolick. I exclusively buy used trades. Yes, one of my local comic shops here in Philly has a used trade section, and I just got a Rob Liefeld, Mark Poulton, and Ben Jolin hardcover, volume 1 for like $10, and oh, I was like so ecstatic. I love used trade finds. A lot of my used bookstores around here have heavy comic book sections. A lot of what you see behind you, comic book wise, was purchased used. Yes. You're right now my hero, Jay Brolick. Here we go. Zuffin 1864. Nice red panda avatar here. Good move. Gem Mint doesn't create the value an Omnibuy brings. Not sure what that even means. It's basic economics. Oh, here we go. Here we go. They hold their value because of semi-limited print runs. True. And are great deals brought new. Oh, no, they're not. They're not. Unless you're a complete fanatic about that storyline or the contents of said Omnibuy. Okay. Comic floppies are the ones failing the value proposition. Also, not all Omnibuy recreate the original printing techniques. That is true. Yes, again, new comics destroy the traffic, the flow of a comic shop. You need new, hot, popular things to pull in your diehards, your casual or your semi-regulars, the people who are active, curious, looking for something new, and the newbies. And people are always focused on the newbies when it comes to new comics. The pendulum needs to swing this way, meaning you have to make the diehards completely happy and satisfied, or by proportionally, yes. And then the pendulum needs to move a little bit this way into the casual reader. And then you make them happy, and then we go into new readership. You really don't see a lot of that when it comes to, comic book commentary nowadays. Here we go. Arn the Demon Slayer 3142. Ooh, I just like that name. It's like a little, I don't know what it's got like his account has like a little red lock on it. I don't even know what that means. He's not a real comic fan. He's a speculator. I can't stand people like that. Yes, thank you. Okay, this guy is someone who's completely full of crap. Name names, like, who are you? Figure drawing 4912. And figure drawing, I went to your page, hopefully to get educated on drawing, and I found nothing. I found zilch. I found a turd. So, great handle, great username. You don't even live up to it just based on a quick social media comb. I work with a lot of happy / successful comic book creators. No, you do not. And there are tons of current comics out there that rock. So yeah, the comic industry is absolutely not dead. Didn't say it was dead in the video. I said his practices hurt comic shops. So you cannot only not draw, you fake credit drop. The comments like this is why we hate the internet, people. Here we go. 300 bald comic Omnibuys volumes are not targeted. Do not target new comic book readers. Thank you. The Lord Akira. Where did I get the TV image? I make all those myself. If you would like one, find me on social, DM me. I will send you a share folder. You can use them at will. Here we go. This video, here we go, about Driver and Chaser. I do like the new and red avatar. This video is just muckled mouth clout chasing. Good luck with that. Well, it got your comment. It also has 7 likes, so. Here we go. Spider Phil, bro, you are just starting. Beef, popcorn, popcorn, popcorn. Nah, my account needs to get a lot bigger to get GemMint's attention. That's just the way it works. We're not doing this for beef, people. I am talking to you from the guts, my core, the marrow of my bones, from the center of my universe. People, I'm just being passionate, and this is something that I'm passionate about, this idea. I'm sorry GemMint is like somewhat of a center of the Omnibuy, but people were critical for cartoonist kayfabe. Upcoming, we will be discussing how Comics Explain and Comics Pop and Comic Historian, those channels have also helped destroy the American comic book market. And yes, you guys always like hearing it, wokeness. Yes, wokeness hurts the product. But again, multiple bullet points equaling a collapse. It's not just one thing. No one's ever said it. I never claimed it to be one thing. Here's a comment. Okay, here we go. With this one, Nelson Carbella 6338. This is a terrible take. I respect that. You act as if single comics don't exist. No, because I review and discuss single comics on my channel. Maybe I'm acting like it. I don't know. Like trades don't exist. You're looking for excuses for telling business model instead of asking why manga collected this. I've already addressed this on my channel. I addressed it previously here. Manga is a different buyer than American comics. It's a whole different scope. It's a different audience. I hate that people just because people go to manga. A comic shop can be thriving with a huge, awesome, calculated manga section and every single American whatever from the catalog and library and from Diamond and from Penguin. The two can exist. Okay? Because you would own a retail store and your job would be to fill it with as much garbage as possible. Then there was $1 extra backup story. That's up. Yeah, so like we kind of get some of this. So economy of scale, okay? And I know someone else made the comment. I'll just address this before, I kept you guys here long enough. Economy of scale, okay? Meaning, if we don't like the $4.99 price tag of American comics, we may not be willing to invest. And this is a part of the spiral. And a lot of spirals you cannot stop. If there was more, excuse me, people, if there was more comic books sold, that $4.99 price tag would come down to $3 or $2.50. The more you sell, the less you can sell it for, because you want to sell more of it and you want to meet the demand of the market. So your price would have to come down. Now, given, marketplaces are big and dynamic, $4.99, $3.99, but people, trust me, if there was enough in comic shops, you would spend that $5. The comic book, the big two are betting on that. I believe Image Comics is still holding at $3. Yeah, the price of the floppies is not affecting the money or the upfront capital you need for an Omnibuy as a comic book store owner or retailer. There are two separate compartments. But both of them affect the health of a American comic book store. The $4.99 price tag would be fine if people liked the product, but they complain about the price tag because they don't like the product from the big two nowadays. So hopefully we are clear on that. Oh yeah, and let's end with this. Rubber Rouser 55. What's it? 5559. Okay, how drunk am I? People, I party. I do a lot of weird, crazy things. I've only been drunk a handful, and anyone that's been around me for more than 5 minutes will detest. You can go out with Peter with AKAPAD 69 all effing night, and he will party you into the ground, 6 feet under the table, however you want to phrase it, and not get drunk and wake up early the next day with his laptop humming and hauling. Yes, people, we go out all night, we do late nights, we do early mornings, but no, I am not drunk. And it's just funny how people like to say that. Hey, I get it. It's silly. It's a little bit funny. But at the same time, it's deviating from maybe some of these bigger points. This individual definitely on the knob of GemMintCollectibles, so good luck with that. Guys, just wanted to address a couple things. We got more videos coming. I wanted to spend today to do a video on Wildstorm Wednesday 2.0 and Top Cow Tuesday, and I wanted to do 2 separate videos, somewhat of a parallel introduction to what's going to be happening with those live streams and videos rolling forward, but we had to do this. So people, we try and do as much as we can. It is tough. AKAPAD here, 6'9", flex all day, rock and roll.